totally not
Yeah,
in the
but you're
floor.
very, but you're rocking the floor. You're like eating
Nice.
bedrock.
Yeah, it's
Not even joking. If you walk under Tiggy, it'll look really bad.
What? No, please don't. I'm just gonna run away. No.
Nova.
This looks so derpy. Hello guys, welcome back to the kingdom. I'm kind of on fire at the moment, but we're on the Halloween update still. And withers can get pumpkins. I'm going to do some work at the fortress today. I'm also collecting up glowstone to finish off the pumpkin farm. I've done a whole load of that already. No skull as of yet, but I'm pretty geared up and making this more efficient. And it's nice how it is at the moment. We get plenty of withers, but it can be made a lot better, so we'll be doing that. Aren't you cutie? So I'll be back with you, probably, maybe even after these pumpkins disappear off their heads. But I'm going to do lots of work here, and then we're going to see what happens after that. So, back in a bit, guys. Oh, Halloween army! 4 of them, 3 with pumpkins on the head. Darn. Normally if you crouch, you can get them before they get you. It's been a while since I did some of these, actually. There is one down there. Well, he died from impact, it seems. I'll go have a look. Yeah, he died from impact. No skulls. I did get one pumpkin, though, from a normal skeleton that died. Or that I murdered. I'm decreasing light levels steadily. And increasing the amount of spawn space there is. It's not a hard thing to do. Oh, run out of blocks. I want to see though, I haven't played around with the mod or anything where you can see where the spawn spaces are. But I want to know if you increase the gaps like this on the place that they would spawn above, if they would also spawn downwards as well. I don't think they will. If they don't, then you can get rid of all of the nether brick completely, which is what I was doing before over that side, which would be quite nice. And also been mining lots of glowstone. I think I've got a stack or something now. Been decreasing the lava trenches. All those bits will fall down eventually. There's lots of glowstone around I can grab. No, finish some pumpkin farm and do some other projects. And there is some other things I want to do in the nether today, and that is pick up some mushrooms for one. If I can remember which coordinates and which portal they're at. They're quite a long way away. So we'll be looking at that later in the in the video as well if you have time. So I'll be back when I've got some more progress to report on. Okay, so I went there for quite a while and I've got 2 with skeletons heads so far. And I watched back my recording from last night, which was taken then. And I remembered that someone was complaining I need to use night vision in the nether. So I'm sorry about that. I will try and use night vision from now on. I've got plenty of them, and I've got 2.5 stacks of glowstone so far, which probably do most of it. I did do... Whoops. I did do some more pumpkin farm between this and last time, and I've probably got enough now to finish it, I will be honest. So I'll probably be finishing that today. And I'm going to go show you the progress at Nether farm in a minute. I'm just going to dump this off. So I've got 2 skeleton skulls so far. I really want to get 9 and fight 3 at once, as I've already done 2 at once already. Rather step it up. And now we've got slightly better weapons and bows and things that we can get after the anvils. It'd probably be a fair fight. Rather do that than go low tech. But anyway, I'm going to drop these skulls in the special chest. And I'll go back. And I'll meet you there, and I'll just give you a little quick look at what I've done so far. Okay, 2 things. Nice bit of lag here. I did leave this AFK for quite a while. So there is some in there. Hopefully a ghast does not hit one of these chests or the pile of stuff there. And hopefully this lag will stop in a sec. After I get some more of these. We're still on the Halloween thing. I'm going to try and record this quite quickly-ish. comparatively to the other ones, because I'm not here this weekend, or it may be on the weekend now this comes out. So I'm trying to get a little bit ahead for you, and there's a lot of items here. It's mostly just sacks of eggs, I think. I think I may need to reduce the amount of chickens on the other side. I think I've got enough eggs for quite a while. I think it's the sort of thing where I'll set up all the different farms that I want. So I can have automatic melon, pumpkin, all that. I can even connect my massive pumpkin farm up to an automation into the same portal if I wanted to. But I'd have it so I can set the farms on or off, so that when I run close to the end of a resource I can then turn it on the AFK stream, and when I've got plenty like the eggs now, I'll just turn it off. So under the chickens on the other side now, I'd turn a piston and it would just close the eggs off. I'm not even taking note of what we got. I think mostly it's eggs and iron, because I AFK'd for a rather long time. So the slimes took over the normal one. Ouch. And I've been thinking about... Whoops. Sorry. That looks weird now actually. It's all pink for me. Anyway, I've been thinking about this and I really want to do it. Really interesting project. And I was thinking, what do I even use gold for? I don't even use tracks anymore. I don't use golden apples, I don't use anything like that at all. So that my justification of doing a massive OP farm like that up there would be another new building block for me, which would be awesome. And that'd be really cool. So that's why I'll be doing that. And I may need to move it from over there though to over the spawn, because if it's over the spawn I need to check out the loaded chunks at the spawn area. Still gotta find that out, because I may need it so that the zombie can go through onto the spawn area and then die on the loaded chunks. I still gotta do a test for that obviously. But I'll see you at the farm, or the wither apparatus, and we'll see what we've done so far. Okay, so we're at the farm. As it is at the moment, I've been covering up the lava streams so that less lava comes down. Most of them are actually covered up, they just take an awful long time to move down. Spawn rates have been huge, and basically they can spawn on sort of on each edge, along the walkways and things. I've covered all this over just for my ease. They won't spawn on most of the space, but any of the things like the rails, they spawn on them, so I've leveled them down. Any of the bits that I've leveled down and have things like the stairs and the fences and things, I've removed them. By the way, this is on the night vision potion, and for me it's rather trippy, so do tell me if this is better or worse. All of these lava streams have been cut off. I've cut off the blaze spawner there. It's still there, don't worry. I do want to turn into some sort of farm. Even that massive one there is cut off, it just takes an absolute age to come down. So I'm going to see if I can get some more skellies. Oh, by the way, the bit underneath where I was testing there, I don't think that's going to spawn anything. So I'm going to be able to remove all of those pillars, which would be nice. Collect up a ton of nether brick. And there's some skellies there. I've had it yesterday that I was getting 6 at a time. And I've got a nice smite sword, looting sword on me. And the chance of getting a skull is 1 in 50. So, to get 7 more skulls, I've got to kill another 350 of them. Yeah, so I'm probably not going to get that many at one go. I'll get, hopefully just get 1 more skull. I won't kill the wither though. I do want to do 3 at once when I can. And I'll improve this a little bit more. I found it even, let's get rid of this thing. Even next to that blaze spawner there, there's like a little ridge around the side. And it was a very small one. It was there naturally, I think, or it just had fence next to it. And they were spawning on that, and they were spawning quite a lot on that. So I've been working my way around. It's not completely covered up. I've been working my way around and making like little walkways around those places, so that when they spawn, they don't just walk off the side, or they get knocked off, or can't get up. So making it easier for me. I did make the pigments mad at one point, that's why I've got a golden sword. Very nice. So anyway, I'm going to get back on with this, and I'll be back with you with some progress. Just got my 3rd skull. Lovely, only took about 20 minutes. Ooh, lag spike. So that's that. And didn't really get much building done at all here, because that was so quick. So I'm going to go back now. I haven't got too much time again, but the next thing is to find the mushroom island again and collect 2 mushrooms for a certain farm and certain apparatus I have planned, which I'm really excited about because it's going to be really cool. Even by my standards, it's going to be really cool. And so yeah, I'm going to work out where the portal is. I know roughly where it is, roughly, but then I'm going to work out how to get the cows, well, the mushrooms, from there to my base, unharmed, through a lot of pools of lava. So I could spray them with fire resistant potions. I could make a pathway. I think I may have to build a pathway. I don't know if the fire resistance are going to really take effect, or if they're actually going to be able to swim through the lava. Whoa, lag. Whoa. Yeah, that's the... Whoa. Yeah, I don't like 1.4 one bit, and that's definitely not my AFK stream, so I haven't even been back to the overworld. So, I'm going to pause until I'm back at the Mushroom Island, I think. Okay, so we're at the Mushroom Portal. I'm getting tons of lag over here as well, so I'm going to record for a second. And so this is where the coordinates are, so I'm going to go through and try and get a mushroom through. And I'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're here at the mushroom biome. Note the coordinates. Almost 10,000 Z. Got some wheat. I'm really not sure how many at the back. I did think that I should have bought more ender pearls and things like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, the portal's down there, like right on the floor. So I'm gonna try and get 2 through. I might try and build like waste station. Oh, please say you're attracted by wheat. Oh, you must be attracted by wheat. Come on. Don't you follow wheat? Come on. There you are. I'll try and get 2 down. I'll try and make little stations and breed them part way, and see how far I can get back. So, back in a bit. Come, mushroom, come. Go, 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 go. Okay, I'm nearly back now. I've got a mini cow and a normal one. I keep having to breed them and leave them at stations in between. So there's a couple of cows laying around random places. And to avoid all the lava pits, I've had to go a very long detour around lots of places. Used up all my fire resistant potions on them. I even died, that's when my XP's got reset. Now I have to run back. Like I got most of my stuff back. I've got to get 2 back though. So this one needs to grow up. I haven't got any wheat left to breed them. And I'm really close actually. Really close. But I've got to go down a whole load. Anyway, I'll see you at the portal if I get them there, okay? Okay, I think we made it back. I took my time and one's grown up. That's awesome. So we'll go through this portal here. That's all I should need to do. There is ghasts. You don't know how many cows I lost from ghasts. Go through the portal, go through the portal. Go, go. Now, the problem is to get them to go through that portal. So just in case they come back, I'm going to block this up. Because it's going to mess me up if they wander around. And that ghast is annoying me a lot. So just make sure that if they do walk through, they have some kind of protection. Although netherrack's not going to help very much. Hopefully they'll be okay. I'll go through in a sec, just to make sure if they do come back. It was a pain getting them through the first portal. I had to put them through a water stream. Seems like the only way to give them momentum to get through the other side correctly. Oh, here you are. Oh, that's actually because they walk up the half slab, maybe? That's good. They need to fix the glitching through half slabs though. That is really annoying. To make sure I don't walk them into anything. And I'll get them across the tripwire. Oh, if they die now, I'm going to be so annoyed. Because that's taken me best part of an hour. There's 2 there, isn't there? Yep. Okay, now that tripwire I can see them getting... No! Wow, nearly. Okay, I'm going to pen these in, and then I'm going to breed them. I'll breed them now, actually. And they can stay there. And I've got some plans for you guys. So, I've got some testing to do sometime. I'll do it between episodes. Of some designs for some things, especially for my lovely mushrooms. So, you can stay... No, you stay in there. You stay in there. Like a good cow. Don't know how many of them died after I tried to throw splash potions of fire protection on them. Anyway, they're back. So, on to the next thing for today. Okay, so the next thing we're doing is finish off a pumpkin farm. I won't distress you with any footage of this at all. I'll get back to you when it's completed. And then we'll do a big harvest, I think, and we'll probably have a laugh at how much lag it gives me and how many thousands of entities there is and all that. But the reason why this is just pumpkin and no melon, I think at last count it's 750 pumpkins it's going to do when it's finished. Consider if that was melons, 750 melons bursting. Say there's 4 melon slices each. Yeah, that could go differently, couldn't it? So I'm going to finish this and I'll be back with you then. So, pumpkin farm is done. Absolutely ridiculous. Hilariously huge. So, that is a very nice thing to get finished. I still have another 4 or 5 stacks of glowstone left after the cow run. I bred a few cows. We're also on the 1.4.3 pre-release. And we're going to look at some features of that now, I think. And they're really cool features, actually. There have been lots of bug fixing. After they gave out the bug collection tool, people have been submitting a lot of them. So they fixed about 100 of them so far on this one. So one of the things I'm going to look at is they meant to have changed the entities that go through the portal. I'm going to see if that's actually true or not. We're going to see if you can still glitch through the bedrock to get to where I may have a gold farm. And we're going to look at the dragon egg duplicator, which should be broken now. I'm very glad about it, actually. So first we're going to start this. Visual lag still. How many entities are we going to get here? Not very many. Although they do group up in stacks. What we are wondering is about the entities going through the Nether portal and collecting in there. There was a thing on there saying that that was being changed. So I have been waiting a little while, and I have collected a whole load of mob drops, hopefully, on the other side of Nether. Nice. That's a nice thing to have. Someone said that I use too many pumpkins. I don't know if they were just looking at Sky Fortress bottom, because that's going to be completely covered and you won't see any pumpkins. But yeah, I do lose quite a lot of pumpkins. They're very useful. And we're going to use a lot more in the future, or get even more glowstone, because these are going to be broken 1.5, or at least in the snapshot where they said they were going to do that, they were. So, you may not be able to use that for lighting at all. And then it's just really glowstone and pumpkins, which are good light sources. So, this should collect a load. And there's some slime somewhere, for some reason. Now we've got some cows, they're good. So let's go look in the Nether now. If I get... Okay, I've got end pearls, that's good. Shouldn't need anything else. We'll go see how that has let the Nether portal work or not. So go through and check the FPS and check the entity count. Last time I went through and there's a whole load, there was about 1300 entities, which I looked in the last video. So let's have a look at this. Okay, 270-ish. I was only there for a couple of hours, maybe an hour and a bit. This is from the cows from last time. I've got to remove that still. So, there isn't really any lag. Are they bundles? They look like bundles to me. Well, look, hang on. It had 270 entities on the thing. And look how many items I got on me. There's plenty more than 270 entities there, isn't there? So obviously, I would think that they fixed that so that they actually pile up when they go through, which is a very good thing to have actually. So I think that's more than 270, maybe. Let's see, 300-ish, 200, 300. Yeah, there's more than that. There's more than that. Well, about 250, well, 220 of them would have been items. There's more than that there. So I think they may have fixed that, or at least when I came through, there wasn't really any lag. I'd have to wait to see if they bundled up as many times as they did before when we got over double chest worth in one go. But next we're going to go have a look at the bedrock top, so I'll see you up there. Okay, back up here again. There you go. I did notice I did try this before, and it seemed to take a little bit longer to get through. And one of the bug fixes are that mushrooms no longer spawn on the roofs of Nether, which I can't really test until I unload some brand new chunks. But anyway, I have looked through here before, and this will go back, but it still won't work back the other way. And also, I did test that water does not tip on the floor in the Nether on top. Just thought I'd try that. So I'll see you now at the dragon spawning egg machine. Okay, so we're back here, and we're going to have a look at the machine. Now the machine should be broken until someone makes another one. Like I said before, I only wanted this for eggs because they're useless. And also there's a load of bug updates for the egg itself. They said that particles weren't working on it, and things like that. That's from the chest, isn't it? I don't see any particles in that at all. And there's a lot of lag. Wow. Yeah, definitely got the 1.4 lag here still. Yes! Awesome. I've been waiting for that to get broken for a while now. No, I didn't like the machine. I got some eggs from it, because, no, why not? I might use them in decoration sometime. Now, I'm all for decoration things. Never go near it for sand or anything else. But that's good. I designed this so I could take this out and make it into a proper room. So I'm very glad about that. And very glad they have got rid of that. For now at least. Because a lot of other YouTubers kind of annoying me using those. And then I was getting loads of comments on my videos. Because I got to get like 300 stacks of glass to go and do the top of the Sky Fortress. And all the people annoying me saying, you know, use a sand generator, use a sand generator. No thank you. So, I will link you to the bug fix list. Maybe some more bug fixes by the time this video goes out. But there's some interesting ones. Things like skeletons are now... It says on there that skeletons are now not able to shoot unhumanly. So, basically, I'm guessing they now shoot less often. So slower, and maybe less aimbotty. I guess at least slower. Although I've noticed in the last couple of things that skeletons are becoming a bit more pathetic. So, I'm going to pause and look at the stuff again and see what I'm going to finish this off with. Ah yes. I remember what I was planning to do before this update came out. But this one of the bugs that they need to fix. Chests stay open. So, depending on how you do this, if you leave it for a little while, then it normally stops and gets stuck. If you do it quickly, then it closes again. See, normal, stay open. Okay, let's stay open now. Anyway, these all bugged out, which is really funny. Other things they've done is they've changed anvils, how they damage you and their orientation when they fall, which they needed to do, which is good. There's some things I thought of that they really need to fix, but can't remember them right off the top of my head. So we're going to go to spawn now, and we're going to do some testing. And this is sort of the future of the world which I'm going to be testing now. Not the world, but the Minecraft world I'm going to be doing. You can go away. So, the idea is at spawn, so the natural spawn of the world. There are meant to be certain chunks which in theory are always loaded, and we're going to use this aspect to look at a whole range of farms, and you can put these farms on timers and things. You need to work out if they'll work how we think they will work. So in theory you can have a timed farm creating produce, and look at the lag. So if you had sort of a melon farm or a pumpkin farm on a timer, and every X minutes it would then reap the crop and then send them through an AFK stream or send them through a portal, then there would be really powerful instrument doing that, because even when you're just AFKing somewhere else, they'd always be collecting produce. So in theory, if my pumpkin farm was here on a timer, then I could probably just crash the game out in a couple of minutes if they'd kept producing them, although they would stack up, so it'd be okay. But if they didn't stack up going through the Nether, and there was 1400 of them or 750 or whatever it is at the moment, going through the portal every X minutes, you'd be in a bit of trouble. So what I'm going to do is do a very simple test. I think I know sort of what area the load chunk is going to be, but I'm going to put down a load of seeds. It's a very nice simple way of showing it representatively. We'll put down a whole load of seeds and bone meal them. I've got pumpkins on me, and then we're going to see when we come back in a little bit after we've unloaded the chunks. In theory, when we've left them, if they're still spawn chunks, then and they're still loaded, then the plants will grow, so they'll make pumpkins. If not, then they just won't. So hopefully I'll do it along the line. I know this bit here is the first spawn chunk, and yes, there is no legit way of moving your spawn location. Some people think certain people have done it before, but if you sit there and go to a world and do /kill a load of times, you spawn basically in one chunk. I did a couple of tests quite a while, and sometimes you land just outside that first chunk, but normally you're within the 16 by 16 radius of your original spawn point. So that's how you do that. So one should be the first chunk, and then I'm probably thinking that maybe one around it, or maybe just the original spawn chunk, will be the same loaded chunks. Also, if you've ever been on a world that has spawn protection on, and then you can't break blocks at spawn, then I think those ones may be the always loaded blocks. So I'm going to go into creative while I wait for these to grow after I planted them, and I'm going to do some testing on a test world that I've set up. So I'll be back when that's all done and ready to show you guys. Okay, so it's been a little while, and we're going to go back and to see if anything has grown. We're looking for a distinctive pattern, not just one or two random ones that have grown just while we're loading up these chunks again. Ooh, bit of lag there. So we're going to get up there quickly and have a look. Now, if it has worked, then there'll be a row of them that have grown. Nope. Not while I've been in Nether. Okay, maybe one has, but that could have grown before. No, growth hasn't seemed to have appeared. Well, I'm going to do the same, and we'll go back to the normal overworld, and back at my base, and we'll just see if this grows at all. Like I said, that one there is probably just from before. I will add some water in though, maybe. Yeah, add in some water, just to give it a chance. And yeah, I'll just put some water down and I'll be back with you in a sec. Okay, so I came back, and pumpkins aren't the fastest growing thing, but I was gone for at least 20 minutes in the overworld back at base, and I don't think any of them have grown, so that's a bit disappointing. Not a very conclusive test, but if produce does not grow in the spawn chunk, then that's disappointing in its own right, but needs to check if redstone works, and how I'm going to do that is go into test world now and set up a dispenser and turn the dispenser on, walk through another portal, go to another side of a super fast ice stream and see if the items get to the other side. So off we go. Okay, so we're on test world now, and this one in the middle is the spawn chunk, the first one. I kept doing /kill, finding out different bits you spawn on. see you don't have one spawn place on a world. Some of them are too high, so where I've died, I've put a glowstone block there, and then when I died again, I put another one. So it doesn't matter at all. You can't get rid of the spawn spaces, you can't move spawn. It's within a certain radius of the initial block. A couple of them are tiny bit outside the chunk. Each of these is actually a full chunk, so here we're on 1515, and then over here it will be 0, 0. And chunk goes from 0 to 15, so it's 16 spaces including 0, which is quite a good thing to know. What I've done is mapped out one chunk around the outside perimeter. So this chunk here I was playing with, and this is just basically a clock, a very rudimentary clock, on a little bit of a timer. Each time this piston, or this pulse comes around, then it fires something out, and if you all the way down the end, then all the items appear. So that's working fine. So this chunk then is loaded because the circuitry was still working, even though I was miles down there. And what I've got now is a chicken farm. So if you look at here, we're at x equals about 400. Now, what I really want to know with this is that loading chunks are about 128 for a normal player. Assuming it's the same area for that, I don't think it will be. I think it'll be a lot smaller. I think it's more likely the spawn protection area of a server, that kind of area. So 528, which is about here, say here. This bit here, you would assume then that if you were just standing over there, then this would be as far as it would be loaded, so therefore all the eggs would stop here. It would then enter an unloaded chunk. So what I've got here is then I've put another 128 on top of that, and a bit more. Let's little blockage go. So this goes all the way down, all the way down. Don't mind the chunk errors and things. 1.4 is not perfect at all. It's actually rather bad. But there you go. Have to deal with it. So this now goes all the way down to 6, 7 odd, and we'll get rid of these eggs, and then we'll see. I'll leave it a little bit, make sure there's no laying around eggs. But the point is, do eggs travel all the way through the unloaded chunk in the middle? Just ignore a couple of these ones at the beginning, because they might still be coming through. That's what I want to know. If they do, then it means they travel in unloaded chunks, not just two unloaded chunks. Therefore, that's awesome for any sort of farm you use. I've still got to do some more tests with the plants and things to see if they grow in those chunks. The ones on the LP weren't exactly conclusive, so I will be playing with that. This one we'll know for now. At least an egg farm may be possible. So wait for a little bit, I'll be back with you in a sec. I go back after a while. So, this has shown that they do not go through unloaded chunks. So what we're going to do is take some blocks with us and place them periodically to see at what point we then reload the chunks. So I'm assuming they'll be stuck around halfway. When we get in the radius of 128ish, then we will update the chunks and they will come flying through. So I'm just going to block through each time, and then we'll see at what point they start getting activated. So I'm guessing around here. If they're directly in the middle, then they'll start speeding through in a second, because it was 400 to begin with, 528, and 56 is over there. Here we are. So they're starting to come through now. Yep. And that's some of them coming through. Oh, there you are. Bit of a delay on that. Okay, so yes, definitely. We've loaded up to over there, and then the initial spawn has loaded the rest of it. So I would say that it loads the chunks exactly the same as player. So spawn chunks will be 128 square, which is quite nice. And as those items were all came through at once, then I'm guessing that the items don't despawn. So if you set up a whole load of farms at spawn, I'm guessing you have 128 radius square. So I should do some testing with that. If I set up some automatic melon farms and pumpkin farms and things, and that sort of thing. Other things you can do: sugarcane farms, chicken farms, not a whole lot more of them. You could also have breeding farms that trap cows, and then you breed them, they then go to unloaded chunks, but that doesn't actually make any, doesn't help you at all. So I'm going to probably play with these for next time. So what I really want is some sort of easy way of getting stuff at spawn. No, not that I need melon and pumpkin and that sort of thing, or eggs. I could do the sugarcane for the farms, and could do the chicken farm for the end. That's what I really want. If I was at the end hanging around, then I'd have one of these working, and I wouldn't need to worry about them despawning, which is the more important thing. But if you do that, and they go 128 away, then they might despawn if I stand here. I have to think about it. Anyway, I think that wraps up this episode. Thank you very much for joining me, guys, and I'll see you next time.